I am your friend, Dr. Charles Apoki. I want to look at the resignation of the Minister for Innovation, Science, and Technology over a certificate scandal. Now, a nation is a reflection of the values of the leadership and the people. The leadership is a reflection of the values of the people. You cannot have good leaders from people who don't have good values. People who are ready to compromise the future of their children and themselves for wrappers, rice, and peanuts. People who prefer an incompetent person because he belongs to their tribe, their community, their village, instead of a more competent person from another tribe, from another community. People who are ready to sacrifice the interest of the nation for bribery, people who are willing to carry ballot boxes, threaten others because they are not in the same political party, or they are perceived as those who will not vote for their parties. Such individuals would live in a nation ruled by incompetent, tribalistic, and stupid people. Now, the value of your currency is also a value of who you are. You cannot steal trillions and expect the naira to have a high value. It is also based on the values you give to people. Your naira cannot appreciate if you import everything. Your naira cannot appreciate if your schools don't work. I schooled with an American in medical school. She was in my group. We had people from different nations in the medical school. The value of your currency cannot be high if you import everything. You go to school overseas, fine, because your educational system has collapsed. I wish my children had the opportunity to attend the kind of government college I attended. Government college, Ughelli, FGC Warri, University of Ibadan, at the stage at which I attended. It will have saved me a lot of money, saved me a lot of stress, and they will still have been very competent. Now, the weight of your passport is based on your value, the value for your nation, and the values you display to people. If people think that you are not going to come back to your country, it's only in Nigeria that we are not at war. We share testimony of having visa to travel to one country. The Jewish people travel home when there is war. I was reading something online. Several countries in Africa and in the world granting visa-free entrances to people from different nations in Africa. Which country can Nigerians go to visa-free? And somebody responded, heaven. That's the only place you can go to visa-free. The value of your passport is based on the values you create, the products, the values you create at home. Somebody from Seychelles, their currency is higher than our own because of tourism. The Ethiopian birr is higher than the naira because in the streets of Addis, you will see foreigners walking up and down. And what will separate you from gold in Ethiopia is just glass. Same thing in Switzerland. So the value, the Ethiopian Airlines generates 41% of the GDP as at the last time I checked. So people will not come to your nation if there is insecurity, if it is dirty, if the chances of food poisoning is very high. Now, a nation that celebrates idiocy cannot be regarded with great value. We are masquerades in this country. We wear masks without showing our true faces. Simple question about that minister, Uche Nnaji. What really qualified him to head Ministry of Innovation, Science, and Technology? What qualified him? Is it because he is namesake to Professor Nnaji? What qualified him? Of all the brilliant Igbo men, of all the brilliant Igbos globally that are creating waves in science and technology, is it a man that could not pass a microbiology exam in Nsukka that you chose to become Minister for Innovation, Science, and Technology? It is a reflection of the mindset of leadership in Nigeria. We are willing to put an incompetent person as long as we know he will be loyal to us, as long as we know he will play the game of maggots and houseflies. I said that many Nigerians, our leadership, the average Nigerian is living like a housefly. We eat rotten things and then we celebrate. We dwell inside rots where we are eating, we defecate. And so, of all the brilliant Nigerians, one of the best car designers in the world is a Nigerian. He designed the electric car called Volt. And we have brilliant Igbo people. We didn't see them. Is somebody who could not pass from the university that we made minister. If he could not pass for any excuse, then he will also give excuses why he will not function well. A man who has no evidence of achievement in innovation or science or being technologically savvy, you chose him to become minister for innovation. Una dey think sef, there's witchcraft, real witchcraft in this country. Who bewitched us? Simple question. Who vetted him? If we are a people who have a sense of decency, excellence, and due process, before taking him to the Senate for confirmation, the DSS, the whoever is investigating should have sent an email to the registrar of the University of Nigeria, Nsukka, to check How was he approved by the Senate? Just imagine the embarrassment that this will cause to other Nigerians. Any document you submit anywhere in the world as from now will be scrutinized very diligently, because this is not the first time. There was the case of University of Toronto involving somebody who was supposed to be the Speaker of House of Representatives. There was the case of Minister for Economic Planning or one thing with forged NYSC discharge or exemption certificate from Bishop Oluwole Street in Lagos. What would you have expected from a man who can forge certificates, who can forge NYSC discharge certificates? There is a governor somewhere that I am pointing towards, who presented forged NYSC certificate, and it was disregarded and still made to contest election. This is a nation that is ready to eat excrement to satisfy their personal goals instead of national ideals. We don't have values. I was watching a video of a pastor telling a girl that was committing adultery with a man that God has decided to favor her, that the man will take her overseas. Pastor, is your brain working at all? Even a native doctor will not talk like that. We are a nation without values. And the thing is that these fake people are ready to intimidate genuine people. Our Dele Farotimi has said that at least that man had conscience and he resigned honorably. There are many of them there who have EFCC cases against them, many of them who have been fingered for sponsoring terrorism, many of them who have been fingered as collaborators, and they are still in governance. This is not the first time it has been like this. We are a nation that does not have values, and we don't value people who have values. Now, I said earlier on that a man who can forge certificates, can falsify contract papers, can inflate contracts, can do anything for his selfish interest. And what is the aim of all this masquerading around? We like to intimidate people. We like to bully people. Who are you? Who are you? You are too small. We like to intimidate people. Even when we are covering up lies, covering up misbehavior, we like to intimidate people. You see, we like a life of appearances. So you will form a WhatsApp group to raise money to give your poor father a rich man's burial. You are ready to hire a big limousine for a wedding. You will borrow money to do a wedding with a limousine, and you are a tenant. I know a young man who rented an SUV to come and carry me. He doesn't have a car. You want to impress me? The ones I have here, I don't drive them, I trek. I have them here, I don't drive them, I trek. One day I was trekking from church and one vehicle with presidency drove and blocked me. He said, I've been looking forward to seeing you, Dr. Charles Apoki. And I did a video with him, and he zoomed off. I was trekking, but he turned around with the big SUV and his support staff, and to come and see the man trekking. You see, value. We carry our dead parents in big, expensive, glittering caskets. Parents that you neglected, that died on a dirty bed in his or her house, and dirty, ill-equipped hospitals. I have children overseas. If this country was doing well, I wouldn't send them there. I was asking my last born, what is the real meaning of life? I found out that people lived long in those days. The Asians do well because they stay together as a family. I have enough space here for all of us to live. I have enough businesses for us to do well. When my granddaughter won an award and came to present it to me, and she hugged me, it was more than $1 billion. That is meaning, that is fulfillment. But all our children are out. We don't know whether they will even come back and manage our businesses, because we have a nation that is unsafe for them. We prefer to go and do weddings and birthday ceremonies in other people's countries that are safe and beautiful. We leave our dirty nation, our unruly nation, our reckless nation, and go to nations that other people have organized and built well. We prefer to keep our monies in the banks of other nations. Here we steal money from people's accounts. There was a protest in Abuja recently of monies disappearing from people's accounts. You know, we have ill-equipped schools, and then somebody who was Minister of State for Education, we travel overseas to go and take pictures with our children, convocating in universities that other people have managed well, while we destroyed our own. We run overseas for treatment, while our hospitals are bleeding, no water, dirty hospitals. We rig elections and then glorify God. It is. I want to thank God for our victory in this election. Ta! Ogwobi Orue, Onyara, Onye Mehe, Idara, Were, they worry you now. Use the name of God in vain. I want to thank God for our victory in this election. We thank God with criminality. Then the next thing is that even we pastors, fake. I was reading about somebody who was given money to act as if deliverance was being done on him in the church, that if he acted well, they will pay him better. My wife, who is a very religious person, when I talk, please don't talk, they will hate you, they will come after you. Yesterday night, she was telling me, all these pastors, sleeping with people's wives, doing this, doing that. I don't say anything. With fake miracles, fake human beings. Doctor, professor, reverend, can write simple sentence. We quote statistics of economic recovery and development and growth, only to be contradicted by the World Bank in the same venue, that the thing is not reaching the poor people, and that there are 129 million poor Nigerians, giant of Africa, with poverty. Our governors drive long convoys of SUVs imported from another nation while we are producing cars in this country. Useless human beings. Somebody driving a Rolls Royce in a country where children write on the floor under your jurisdiction, where workers are poorly paid, is sickening. A nation of masquerades that has refused to face reality, reality will stare at you in the form of tragedy. But I believe, and keep listening to me, that something drastic and dramatic is going to happen in this country. We cannot continue like this. Cannot continue like this. Masquerades. You dine and wine with the politicians. They feed you, give your children contracts, give you contracts, and then you say, let us pray for Nigeria. When you are part of the problem. It's unfair. It's hypocritical. The vex. I am Dr. Charles Apoki. I am Dr. Charles Apoki. Send a message to +234 80 21 21 92 62. The webinar I want to do is intentional personal development and national development. It's free. Send a message to +234 80 21 21 92 62. We have properties for sale, we have books for sale, we have t-shirts for sale, and we have counseling, but it's paid for, it's not free. Because I didn't cause the problems, I am taking my time. The number again, +234 80 21 21 92 62. God bless you.